everyone, I'm Jade. Today I want to talk to you about how you can put emotion into your voice when you're speaking English. I'm making this video for my Asian viewers who might have problems showing a very good range in their voice when they're speaking English, which means that they're not very good at showing emotion. And the reason this happens is because in languages like Chinese, tone is used differently. So in English, we use tone to convey our feelings, our emotions, but it's not the same in Chinese. Tone can change the meaning of the word, okay? But we have a totally different situation in English. We use tone to show feelings. So you can take one word, yes, has the same meaning, but when you change the tone of yes, yes, actually what it means in communication is different. You can interpret it differently because it's not the word that's important, it's how you say it and how you communicate feeling. And when you speak English without emotion, you have what's called a monotone voice. You speak in a way that is without a tonal range, and it is not an enjoyable voice to listen to, and sometimes makes it hard for native speakers to understand. That is a kind of monotone voice. So I designed these exercises for Asian speakers of English who want to develop that ability to express emotion in their English speech. So if you're ready, let's get started. We're going to look at two tones today. We'll look at flat tone, which I've represented by the face like that, and the word meh. Meh isn't actually a proper word in English, but it's said quite a lot. It's slang or internet slang, and it means meh, not very good. It means exactly the same as that expression. Then the other tone we're going to look at is the buoyant tone, and this is the way that people speak on the radio in the morning. No matter what is going on in their lives and how they actually really feel, when you listen to them on the radio, they're really buoyant. It's a little bit like happy and confident all together. So we'll look at the flat tone, and then we'll look at the buoyant tone. And I've represented the buoyant tone with yay, because when you speak like this, everything in your life is absolutely fantastic. And I'll speak in my normal voice now. So in our training exercise, what we will do is say these, Cell, stay on the wall. What we're going to do is say these, they're not even phrases, things you know how to say in English. We'll say them in the flat tone and the buoyant tone to try to crack open that ability to show emotion in your speech in English. Why not? Why not? You haven't done it before, but that doesn't mean that you can't start today. So let's have a look. When somebody says, I'm fine, in a voice like that, so I'm just saying it normally. Let's compare it to the flat tone, I'm fine. Now, if somebody said, I'm fine, I would be thinking they're not fine. I would be thinking they're bored, or they're tired, or they're upset about something. So you need to be careful. When you're very flat in your tone, you might be giving people the wrong impression. You might seem pissed off, but you're not really. That's honestly how it can sound. And when you say it in the other tone, the buoyant tone, I'm fine, you get a very different impression. It's convincing. I actually believe that person is fine. So how do I make that difference? When doing the flat tone, there isn't much movement in my mouth. It's like my eyes are dead as well. And the resonance, the way I'm speaking, is just coming from here in my face. And compare it to the buoyant tone. It's really different, the buoyant tone, because I'm actually speaking from much lower down, not here anymore. I'm speaking from down here. And as I speak, I'm sending my energy out. So when I say, I'm fine, it's like I'm giving off my emotion in all directions. Instead of I'm fine, where I'm holding it in, you could say I'm protecting myself. When I say, I'm fine, I'm throwing it out there. Let's do the next one. Thank you. Let's say thank you in the flat tone. Thank you. If somebody said thank you to me, well, that was probably a little bit pissed off sounding. They're not thankful, probably. They have a problem about something. Let's compare it to the buoyant tone. Thank you. Thank you. I really feel like those words are sincere and genuine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Remember, flat tone, not much happening in the face. The eyes are dead. The mouth isn't really moving very much. Buoyant tone, expressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. The next one. If somebody says to you, that's a great idea, it could mean the opposite. That's a great idea. We have this thing that if you really mean something, you're meant to show it. You're meant to put some enthusiasm behind it. The more enthusiasm you show, the more you support the thing that you're saying. So let me try in buoyant tone. That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. I'm speaking from much, much, much lower to make that difference in tone. And the last one I want to pay some attention to is no problem. If I say this in a flat tone of voice, it can also mean the opposite. Let me give you an example. If you go to a restaurant and you complain and you say it wasn't very nice, I want a discount, they might say to you, yeah, we'll give you a discount, no problem. But when the tone is flat, it doesn't mean we really want to do this. When the tone is flat, it's a very indirect way of saying, we'll give you a discount because we have to, but we don't really want to, no problem. So no problem actually means yes, there's a problem. Compare it to buoyant tone. Let's imagine that you did your friend a favour. You wanted to do your friend a favour. And they said, oh, thank you so much. You can say, oh, no problem. Again, energy is rising. No problem. So you have to show emotion, it's all about sending it out there. Getting outside of your personal space where you need to hold things in. And it's much more about releasing. So you can give it a practice yourself. I'll let you know something. It's quite hard to do the buoyant tone. I myself was a monotone speaker, so I never used to be able to do that. I've practiced a lot to be able to add more tone into my voice. But that is important because it shows you that anyone can learn to do it. Yeah? Anyone. I learnt. Took me a couple of years to get where I am. And I think that probably in the future I'll be able to do a lot more, because the more you push it, the more you try to do, the better you get. There is your training exercise. But before you go and watch something else, let me tell you about my mailing list, because on my mailing list I give my best coaching tips and my most personal advice. So I want to tell you about my mailing list, invite you to come and join my mailing list family. I send a couple of emails a week, and that's all you need to know about the mailing list. So you can sign up here. What I want to say now is come and watch me again soon for more videos on accent, English, communication skills, and being an introvert. So until next time, See you.